I got to talk to the athletes. And it's kind of funny how, as an athlete, you don't recognize certain things. But now that I'm older, I recognize a whole lot. You're starting to see this trend nowadays. Many athletes are starting to commit suicide. We just had one of the all-time greats, Junior Seau. He's gone. And a lot of us are wondering why. I don't really understand it. But what I will say is that as an athlete, you got to understand your role in this game we call life. A lot of people are defined by one thing. And when it comes to athletes, it feels like we're defined by the sport that we play. But you better listen up. You better listen up. Because if you continue to have that attitude, when you're done playing whatever sport you're playing, your life will feel like it's over. Now, I'm not saying this just because I read about it. I'm not saying this because I've been watching TV and I'm starting to hear all this talk about athletes nowadays. I'm saying this because I lived it. You're looking at a person who got a 13 on their ACT. Didn't care anything about his academics. But for some reason, he competed in sports way more than competing in the classroom. Let me say that again, because I don't think some of y'all heard me. I had the ability to compete more on the field, on the court, but for some reason I didn't have the ability to compete in the classroom. Now, it's funny because when I look back, I knew about education, but I didn't know about education, if you know what I mean. So many people that I grew up with had this crazy ability to run a ball, this crazy ability to jump, this crazy ability to shoot. They go off to college, spend 3, 4, 5 years at college, leave, only to come back home without a degree. Many of them come back home with a baby mama. They come back home with some STDs. They come back home with everything else but the one thing they went to school for. And what they don't understand is you have the ability to run a ball. You have the ability to shoot a ball. You have the ability to do all this on your court or on your field or wherever you play your sport. But you still don't recognize that you still need to have that ability in the classroom. So while we're here in college, we like to walk around as though you need to give me something, or you owe me something, or I'm entitled to whatever it is I want. You walk around here like a bully. You walk around here like this is your world. And I'm here to tell you right now, it's not your world. It's not your world. You have the ability to take the world, but it's not your world with the attitude coming as an athlete. We need to have this sense of versatility in our system. We need to have this sense of making sure that I compete everywhere else the same way I compete in my sport. And if you don't learn to compete when you're done playing whatever sport that you're playing, when it's the last time you're on that field, when it's the last time you shoot that ball, when that clock goes to 0, so will you. So understand, learn this ability of versatility. Learn this ability that I can compete in the game of life the same way I compete in my sport. Learn that everything you do is transferable. Everything you do as an athlete is transferable. Learn to have a sense of versatility. Learn to put yourself in situations where you're taking advantage of people who love you because of the sport you play. Learn that you are not what the sport makes you. You are more than that. So remember, versatility is the key. All the skills that you have as an athlete are transferable to the game of life. Remember that.